Hey guys, Hexer18, how's it going? In this video I'm going to show you how to turn your iPhone into a penetration testing device. So, what's required here is you're going to need an iPhone or an iPod Touch. And it's going to need jailbreaked and or jailbroken. And the requirements that I have so far is at least iOS 4.3.3. I'm not sure about the other versions or firmwares. This is exactly what I have right now, is 4.3.3, and you're going to need Cydia. And install this is optional. You can jailbreak with Red Snow, Snow Breeze, or you can use Ultra Snow to unlock your iPhone. I'm not going to go into any explanation on jailbreaking. That's all up to you, so you're going to have to look that up yourself and research that yourself. Then you're going to need the backup with iTunes. You're going to back up your files, your contacts, music, etc. And also you want to download an ISO firmware so you can restore if something goes wrong. Then what you're going to need to do is, once you got all that and you're ready to go, you need to go into Cydia, and you're going to need to go to, I think it's settings. Here we are, and it says who are you? The stupid reloading data things in the middle, kind of interrupting there, but you want to select developer. And why do you want to select developer instead of hacker? Because developer allows you to install software libraries that we need for the hacking tools that we're going to install on this iPhone or iPod Touch that you have. I've already got them installed, but I'm just going to show you what you're going to need or what you can do. So I'm going to say done. And yeah, once you have that as developer and you say done, your settings are ready. We're gonna put sources in here later on. The next thing you're gonna look at is storage. Sysclean or Boss Tool, you might have heard it before, but I've only have an 8 gigabit or 8 gigabyte iPhone 3GS here. Back, look for packages here. Open SSH. And it's check box right there. It's check marked right next to it. Open SSH. Now for Windows, you can use PuTTY, WinSCP, or FileZilla to connect. PuTTY is really good. Open SSH is most likely going to be running at all times on the iPhone or iPod Touch. So you're going to need to change the username or the root's password later on. So also Mac and Linux, you can just use a terminal to connect through SSH. So out of that, let's see here. Like I said, the username and password. User is root, and then password is Alpine. So you're going to need to change the password. Local console access, if you want to access your console locally off your iPod Touch or your iPhone, you're going to need the mobile terminal. And mobile terminal will just say terminal when you install it, but when you look through Cydia here, there it is. So I have it checked right there. If you could see it, it says mobile terminal from your Cydia repo. So that's the one I installed. And then the reason why you're going to need the terminal is so that you can launch your tools like nmap and Nikto and Metasploit, of course. So yes, you can actually run all that on the iPhone and iPod Touch. So now you're going to need to add the sources, and where you do that is you open your Cydia. You're going to click Manage tab, Sources, Edit, and then you're going to click the Add button on the left hand side, and you're going to put the websites that I put on the video in the description or on the screen, and you're going to add those. If you want to go ahead and take a look at what I have right now, you can. I'm just going to scroll in here really slowly so you can see these, what I have, and that's the sources that I have. Now, once you have your sources ready, now you're ready to install the software in the libraries. Again, you're going to use Cydia for this, and you're going to go to search, and you're going to type in each one that's going to be on the video, and like I said, in the description, on the side, whatever, and you're just going to input each and one of these inside Cydia, and you're going to download those, install those. They're not very big files, so I'm quite alright having 6 gig left over. I have about 6 gig left over. And you're going to download that. As you can see, I've already downloaded it with the green check mark next to it. And just keep going down the list and install those. Now, after you've installed all the software and libraries, you're going to need the security tools so we can mess around with those. And what you're going to do again is use Cydia. You're going to search for each and one of these, or whatever you want to install. Aircrack is a very popular one. And there it is, this green check mark right next to it, aircrack-ng. As it tells you right there, wireless web WPA cracking utility. And you just go down the list and install what you need. Your mobile terminal, once that's open, you're going to need to type in CD to change the directory to this path, private /var, and I'm going to do an ls there. And you might see some stuff that looks familiar to you in there, but then you're going to run svn co and then this website, http and then once you got that, you're going to press the return button, and then that will install Nikto version 2, I believe, or whatever that _2 means. So I'm not going to hit any of that because I've already installed it. Like I said, that program requires Perl, and some other ones will too. We're going to install Ruby because Metasploit requires Ruby. So you're first going to need to do is uninstall 1.9 Ruby from Cydia if you have that, and the Ruby gems. You're going to need to go to your SSH console or your mobile terminal, and you're going to need to do CD /private hit enter, ls, so we know where we are, what everything's in the directory. And we're going to do, if you had the software in the libraries that I mentioned earlier, if you install those correctly, this should work. apt-get, remove, ruby, oops, and then ruby gems. And then you would press return, and then that would remove the ruby and the ruby gems. And then get out of there, go back into it. And you would want to do wget, and then I'm going to give you the link. I'm not going to type all that website in there for this. You're going to use the wget to download the website link that I give to you guys, and you're going to do an rm to remove the packages that you had downloaded, or that particular file that you downloaded, and then you're going to unpackage that, or you're going to run the debian package with dpkg, and then I'm just going to give you the link for that, or the command for that, and wget. The reason why I'm not just typing all the links in there is it'll just take forever, so I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to put it in the video for you guys. And then now you're going to need is Metasploit. So once you've gotten the Ruby 1.8.6 installed and the Ruby Gems 1.2.0-3 installed, now we're moving on to installing Metasploit. So you're going to need to open Terminal, and you can do wget and then the website for Metasploit, http updates metasploit.com, and I'll put the rest of the slashes and directories for what you need for that site. Then tar, you're going to untar that file for the framework 3.5.1. As of right now, 3.5.1 will only work with the iPhone. Do not try updating, because Ruby does not work with the newer ones, I guess. I guess it breaks Metasploit is what I heard, so don't try doing that. And then you can, once you got it tarred, it's going to take a while, so be patient with it. Then CD MSF3, and doesn't that look familiar from what we used in Backtrack? And then of course you can run MS Console. So now that we got those installed, I'm going to go ahead and show you a demo of using this on the iPhone. So I'm going to do, let's see here, I'm going to change to my root here real quick, so it makes me easier to run commands here. Nmap dash lowercase s uppercase s, one of my favorite commands. The whole subnet, and as you can see, it's starting nmap. It's going to throw back a DNS error. I just ignore that for right now. It's picked up my router, my Linksys router. Now, as you can see, the scan's over with. 5 hosts are up, and I can scroll up here. The 1.128 is my brother's Windows 7 computer. And the 1.131, that actually is his iPhone. Or not his iPhone, his iPod Touch. So that's an nmap scan. Alright, there's our Metasploit console. So if you can scroll up here, You can see that it ran. And you can also do the help command, of course, and just hit enter. It will give you all the commands that you need. Just scroll up and you can read that. And scrolling, it's just you put your finger on the side of the screen and it'll eventually scroll up. And I think that's pretty much it. Whoops. Oh yes. Okay. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, send me a message if you like. I apologize if the movie is extremely long. I try to make it as short as possible. Take care. Talk to you guys later. See ya.